Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at how well the Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Gohan exchange unit does in Extreme Super Battle Road stage at 100%. So this is a rainbow unit and we're going to see how well they do. Obviously this person's built their unit not really how I would build the unit. So this is a friend unit. They are building full additional, which is their choice, but for me I would have gone full crit. But other than that, this is a 100% unit. This is the Pure Saiyans ESBR. It is the hardest ESBR for me, at least one of the hardest ESBRs for me, and it's incredibly tough, and it's a great way to measure how well they are and how good they do. Obviously, chances of seeing Gohan are very minimal, even with this person's full additional build, which is why we just don't do it. But 4.4 million, very good starting point. Nice damage. Was trying to get the stun, get an evasion. So all good. With an item, took a bit of damage. Take single digits after supering, which is good. Evasion kicks in, which is good. Looking good so far. Biggest issue with them, or at least part issue, obviously they only gain evasion after firing a super attack, which does kind of detract from their ability to tank somewhat, so it makes it a little bit difficult to run them in certain situations. But we'll talk about the unit quickly while we wait for them to come back on rotation. Obviously they're 180% attack and defense. They gain an additional attack and defense of 59% when performing a super attack. They have a high chance of evading enemies' attack within the same turn after performing a super attack for 5 turns from the start of turn, and they have a medium chance of evading enemies' attack from 5 turns past onwards. They will gain 20% attack and defense with each attack evaded. So pretty good. They also have a high chance of stunning, which is great and very useful for SBR. We didn't get the stun, but it still is pretty damn useful. And yeah, they're good for the stage. They are a very, very, very good unit for the stage. You cannot deny that. It's not something you can deny big time. They're a very, very good unit. I think the issue comes with, obviously Pure Saiyans ESBR is a very difficult stage. It's one of the hardest stages in the game. It's very tough. Even units that are super duper tanky, like unless you enter the stage and you start with 250k defense, or you start with like 180k defense with damage reduction, you're going to take damage without an item. You need an item to not take damage here. Even Goku and Gohan, who started with 180k, would take damage from type neutrals without an item. In fact, they would probably die from too many normal attacks. Like, that's just how hard the stage is. It's not really to say anything else. We're gonna stick them in the second slot here, just so we can see them in their preferred position. Being in the second slot is their preferred position. It is generally where you want to keep them. It's where they function best. You're gonna see the best out of them at this point, because it means that they're not going to get attacked before their evasion kicks in, and overall they're going to be looking super duper solid. Yeah, we'll take a look at how they do, but I think they're a very good unit. It's not something that you can deny. They are an exceptional unit. They bring a lot to the table. It's just that I think Pure Saiyans is such a highly tuned event that you can't just... no unit, I think right now in global, pretty much barring maybe one or two, you can actually just bring in here and just throw them in and they'll be fine. Even at rainbow level. Like, I think there are very few units you can just toss in here and they're fine. Like, you just leave them, oh cool, they're good. Like Tech Caulifla, maybe, on a full Universe 6 team. Like, they're like very few units you can just toss in here and oh cool, they're just gonna do the business. AGL MUI Goku's one of them, for sure. But many conditional units will just struggle. But good numbers and good attack stats from Goku and Gohan. I think this is where the critting kind of would have helped. And this is why you don't go additional. Because it's 3 super attacks. Look, we haven't got any super attacks, so we're going to end up getting Gohan on the same turn regardless if we do get to him. Like, crits, however, we would have had a 44% chance to crit on every single one of these. And we may have been able to crit and actually kill off the enemy a lot faster. Especially since usually with stuns, we're going to target the unit that's not stunned, so that we can obviously get the best damage output possible. So yeah, it's very difficult to just kind of say, hey, you know, this is exactly what you want to have happen. But definitely I think crits are the #1 way to go, because crits are going to maximize that damage a lot for them, whereas not building crit isn't really going to do much, like at all. So yeah, but I mean, they look really good. They do look pretty solid. They are looking, the numbers are great, the attack stats are great. We've hit 4 million, 5 million, 5 million. So we're hitting some really good attack stats, and we do get the stun there at the end, which is great. Got a bit unlucky with it. Obviously it's a 50% chance, so, but they are a great unit. They're the highest defense out of our whole team. They were one of the better tanky units. We got an evasion, we got a stun, we did the biggest attack stats with them. Obviously this team was more just designed to kind of showcase them. This team wasn't really designed to functionally take on the stage too much, barring giving them some kind of relatively solid tanking partner at some point, just, or a unit that wouldn't die in one hit, just because we're obviously trying to, you know, let them kind of showcase themselves a little bit. But it is very difficult, like, it is incredibly difficult to just leave units, you know, in this stage. It is super difficult to just kind of, like here I'm popping double items, like it is just very difficult. It's a stage that, you know, is incredibly challenging, but they do great, and they do very well as a unit. I mean, look here, we got 2 items active. Goku's got 100 and something K defense. He's still taking, you know, quite a lot of damage. That's over 60% damage reduction. That type advantage as well, it just shows you how hard the units here hit, and it's not really something you can control. I mean, look here again, we're going to take 100k on a super attack. Type neutral, 100k, 60% damage reduction, well 65% damage reduction, and we're going to have Goku built up his defensive stacks there. So it just shows how difficult the event is. So I don't think necessarily gauging them like, oh, you had to use an item at rainbow level, they couldn't solo tank, like yes, but I think the amounts of units that can solo tank in this stage are 5. Like I literally think you could put them on one hand, and they have to be rainbow, and a lot of them have to be link level 10, and you still need luck. Like AGL UI Goku, yes, he can tank incredibly well at a rainbow level 100%, but you also do need luck, because if you want to beat the stage, no item, then you need all his dodges to come off, because if he gets hit by one super attack without damage reduction, you're dead. So, and you can see here, I mean, you know, 35% damage reduction, type neutral, 150, 60k defense, and we're still taking 100k, you know, on attacks. It's just pretty nuts. But we do get the stun, which is great. We get an evasion, which is great. And just, yeah, for the most part, like, you can see the whole design premise of the team really works quite well. Getting the stun with Goku is great. That stunning ability does come in handy. And if we got the stun with, you know, the Int Goku, then we really would be sitting in a really good position. So, like, it is very difficult to just say, hey, you know, like, this stage is super, like, it's difficult to measure them because this stage is so much higher than other stages. But overall, they do a really good job, and I think they do really well. And I am impressed with how well they do. Like, I am impressed with them. I think they do a great job as a unit, and I think, yeah, for me at least, they did really well. Obviously, there are units that are naturally just better as tanks, but they are, remember, a second slot unit. So they're designed to be in that second slot. Ideally, you have them linked up with someone that can tank. If I were to take these guys into the Goku's family stage, you could stick them next to the physical Alog Gohan, and they'd be great, because he can tank so well in that first slot. So it just depends. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.